Marker Manager is a plugin designed to help make creating and managing markers easier. Without Marker Manager, in order to edit your markers, you'd have to go on the timeline to rename, retime, or remove any marker. This plugin's goal was to make the handling of this workflow faster and easier. The Marker Manager interface is made up of two tabs, the Markers tab and the Groups tab. The Markers tab is where you'll handle creating and managing your markers. Any markers that you have in your scene will be displayed in the upper section of the Markers tab. Here you will see all information pertaining to your markers, including name, frame, and which group it is a part of. With all this information, it makes it easier to quickly rename, retime, or reassign the marker to a new group. At the top of the Markers tab is a drop-down list. This list acts as a filter for which markers will be visible. You can choose a specific group to display or choose to display all markers from all groups. The button to the left of the marker's name makes the marker's attributes visible in the Attribute Manager, which allows you to make changes there if you're more comfortable, or to add notes and tasks. Removing markers is as easy as clicking the button on the far right of the marker. Below the list of markers is the section to create new markers. You simply need to specify a frame and then click the Create Marker button. You can also choose to add a name, but it's not required. You can also choose to make new markers a part of any existing group or create a new group upon creation. There are three modes for creating markers: single, every nth frame, and beats per minute, or BPM. The single mode creates a single marker at the specified time with the specified name. Every n frames will create a marker every n frame that you specify. You set a start frame and then an end frame that you want this to stop at. So you could say create a marker every 10 frames from frame 10 until frame 30. This would create markers on frame 10, 20, and 30. BPM allows you to create a marker for each beat. You specify a start frame, the BPM, and then the end frame. At the bottom of the Markers tab lies the Shift section. This section allows you to quickly and easily shift markers forward or backwards in time by a specified number of frames. This makes retiming the group significantly easier. The shift will happen on whatever markers are displayed in the filter list. The Groups tab is where you manage your groups. Using groups allows you to specify specific colors for your markers. This way you can, for instance, make all your markers pertaining to key poses be red and any markers pertaining to breakdowns or, say, camera movements green. The upper section of the Groups tab will display all your available groups. This will display all pertinent information for your groups, including the name of the group, the color of the group, and the visibility of the group. Whatever color you specify for your group is the color your markers will be. The Visibility button on the far right allows you to toggle the visibility of the markers in your group. When a group is not visible, the icon will be gray, and they will not show up in either the timeline or the power slider. Click it again, and the icon will turn green to make it visible again. To the left of the Visibility button is the Remove Group button, which allows you to easily remove a group. Two important things to note: when you remove a group, all the markers in that group will be assigned to the None group. The other thing is that you cannot remove the None group, hence why it has no remove icon. At the bottom of the Groups tab, you can create a new group. Just give it a name and a color, then click the Create Group button on the right. Never has the workflow for managing your markers been easier inside of Cinema 4D thanks to the Marker Manager plugin.